Super late start today. Still gonna be a good time though. Just gonna go ahead and get to Pine Flat as quickly and safely as possible. Hopefully, try to get some fish today. Woke up late. Almost didn't get up. Like, I'll go tomorrow, but nah. Today's a good day. I'm gonna go out here, have a good day. Make sure I got my drain plugged. Let's fucking hook up. What's up, everybody? On my way to Pine Flat. It's been a long time since I did like a in the truck type thing, and I got so many videos that I haven't even posted from that. But it was, just a lot of time me and Gabe or me ranting off, and I haven't really done one since Gabe left. But today I'm gonna try to kind of showcase like all the raw footage, like of the process. It's the first time that I've gone by myself in a little bit fishing, which I most definitely used to love, but it helps to have somebody there with those anxiety stricken moments. I can't get my boat on the fucking trailer, everybody's coming in when I'm coming in or something like that, or I'm coming in when everybody else is coming in, however you want to look at it. It just helps to have somebody there to
continue on South Court Street for 3 miles.
Make you feel better, about the whole situation. But it's been I think it's a couple of months maybe since I posted a video or made a video, and main reason I haven't is because just kind of mentally I hit a wall. So far disconnected from, I guess, whatever reality would be that I was on reserve, just to get to work, and then, make sure I fish my, couple of days out of the week and get to my tournaments. Definitely not out of the woods of that, but today, I gotta get it done, man. I can't just sit there and think about it, because that just adds to the whole issue. But this year's tournament season has been better than last year, and that was my goal, was to do better than I did last year. I think everybody, when they get to fishing on their own and stuff like that, they finally start figuring some things out, and put in the time that that I've been putting in. You feel like you're gonna go and you're just gonna go blow it up, you know what I mean? But very rarely is that the case, or rarely that's the case for me, you know what I mean? And one of two things happen to you mentally. You either like, oh, this ain't for me, and you quit because you get tired of being at the bottom of the leaderboard. The small victories that you should have, you don't recognize. So it results in what you would consider no progress. Because, some of us got a bigger dream than just staying here and fishing type stuff, But this year I've learned a lot, man. It's definitely better than last year. Still haven't caught a limit in a tournament. It's usually towards the end of the year when I get that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up, coining the phrase. It'll be Andrew No Limit Skyers. You know what I'm saying? Not on nothing good. Like, I guess I can't catch a fucking limit. can't catch a scoreable limit. I've been catching plenty of fish. It's the 13 and smaller fish and stuff like that. And my video in January where I said I'm going to fish the way I want to fish, that Millerton tournament started off that way, and then I ended up fishing how I didn't want to fish, but I learned a lot, which changed the way I fish. And that's what I like about the tournament season and going through with a lot of these people, because you learn little subtleties and details that you might have missed, and they do make all the difference. So, but Millerton, I got one scoreable fish that put me on the board. Pine Flat, which I fished a lot with Cal and Dave, so I was ready for that lake, like wholeheartedly. I was still only able to bring 4 in. I caught probably 13 or 14, but only 4 were scoreable for me at that 13-inch mark, and one of my fish died. I fizzed him and everything. I think I brought him up too fast. We were fishing kind of deep, like 30, 40 feet, and I did okay. You know what I'm saying? I can't be like, oh, it wasn't that great. It was good for the capacity that I was in at that particular time, and I did the best that I could for that, and it was great. So right now I'm running on 2. I think I got to fish 1 more. Qualify for the state championship, which is in Lake Shasta this year, and I'm looking forward to it. Up on the schedule, we got Bass Lake and McClure at the end. McClure I zeroed last year. In Bass Lake, I've never fished out of a boat, and it's still very cold up there. So, deep in my soul, like, I'm a little worried about how it's gonna go. But either way, it doesn't really make a bit of difference. Just to go out there, fish, and whatever happens, and learn something. That's the goal every single time, is to learn something new, or learn how to improve something I'm already doing. And that's basically what this whole thing is about. So I got Bass Lake at the end of the month, and then a short turnaround. McClure on the 14th of April, I believe. I think it is 14th, maybe 13th. I think it's 13th, 12th, something like that. I don't know. It's like mid-April. But either way, I'm excited to get that through, and then I got the state championship, if I can get there, sometime in June. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. Lake Shasta, it's a long ass drive, but a good lake from what I'm hearing, and I'm super excited about that. So today is a really good day. Only thing that's crazy, low barometric pressure, I think 29ish, maybe in the 30s. It's gonna be pretty clear skies, and Pine Flat is extremely clear, and I'm going kind of midday, so it may be a little bit tougher than your average. Plus, it's been seeing a lot of tournament pressure, a lot of boats, 50 boat, 100 boat tournaments, as well as the recreational fishermen that are getting out there. So it's a little tough. You gotta,
in a quarter mile at the traffic circle, take the 5th exit onto Northwest 3rd Avenue.
You gotta slow grind it a little bit, and it's a good amount of fun type stuff. So, but yeah, that'll be my day, and hopefully I can get some on the water footage. Try to film a video about one of the things that's been giving me quite a bit of success, and in addition to the drop shot, and a couple other things that I've been throwing lately. We'll talk about the Texas rig.
Exit the traffic circle onto Northwest 3rd Avenue.
Everybody knows what the Texas rig is.
Continue for 9 miles.
But there's a couple of different ways to rig it up. There's a way that I rig it up for certain situations, and I'll try to break down exactly why I use what and where. It might not be like everybody else's, but one of the ways, my favorite way to fish it, you're not going to catch a lot of fish, but the fish that you will catch are going to be significantly bigger than probably the other fish you would have caught for some reason. And I don't know if that's actual targeting. Maybe I've gotten lucky or whatever it is. I just put it in the right spot a couple of times, but it's a great way to fish it. And a little bit heavier than your average. Typically you want to lightest line, lightest weight you can get away with. For me, I'm a tad impatient the majority of the time, so it's almost like I'm covering water with it, which is going to result in you losing or not getting bit as much. But the ones that are going to bite it, they actually want it. So and then I got another way that I fish it that I learned, which primarily the way that I've been fishing it, I don't know if I'm gonna show y'all that one, but it's gotten me a lot of success on the bites. Not necessarily the biggest all the time, but I didn't really realize how many bites I was actually missing, because I'm real big on haptics, like making sure I can feel absolutely everything that's going on. And there's a lot of the time, man, there's things that's happening in between, you throwing the lure or casting your lure and the time it takes to get to the bottom. There's a lot of stuff happening in between that process that I just completely skipping by, you know what I mean? Because of impatience. And I got told one of the craziest things, but one awesome boater, awesome dude. He said, you go fishing for 8, 9, 10, 11 hours. You mean to tell me you don't got another couple seconds to let a lighter weight hit the bottom? And blew my fucking mind. Kind of changed my perspective on how I actually fish. And it's helped. So, see how it goes today. Hopefully I can get some fish catches on camera. If anything, I'll definitely show you guys that Texas rig and just the process of getting in the water and getting off the water and how stressful that shit is for me. Probably for no reason. Most people are probably like, oh, it's just a Saturday. For me, it's fucking Armageddon. So it takes a lot for me to fucking get out here, drive this far, deal with the boat traffic, some of the attitudes at the ramp. A lot of those guys are pretty cool peeps, man, but from time to time you'll have folks who believe that they're the only ones that matter, or somebody's struggling and they want to act like they came out the womb fucking not struggling or never fucked up launching of a boat or recovering a boat or overshooting your fucking trailer or anything like that. Fuck them. that's basically where I'm at. Fuck them. I even had that happen last, I think it was last Saturday. Went out, came in, island launch. You can't really get on both sides of the dock, so you kind of really have no choice but to block one side, which is kind of bad etiquette. But I was the only one there, and then all of a sudden, I tie down, and every boat's coming in at the same time, and it never fails. And it was one of the Hmong cats that was there, and boy, I tell you, the Hmong cats, they're super secretive about their shit. These guys are, I don't know, born to fish or something, man. I think my buddy Cal is Hmong or something like that. That dude's a great fisherman. But yeah, the guys are good, but there's a Hmong cat in his family. He went out for a little bit, and I was like, kind of run down the thing, and he's like, yo, relax, dude. I was like, dude, my bad, just bad timing. He was like, take your time, dude. He's like, that's how accidents happen. He's like, they can fucking wait. He was like, fuck them. Like, I was like, I can wait. He's like, I'm not in any fucking rush, man. He's like, they're not gonna fix your shit if you break. You're trying to rush for them. So he's like, why do it? And he was like, take your time, dude. Take your time. And I was like, and it's people like that either been there, had the issue, started up, been doing it for a while. They can see it in your face. Like, oh, this guy's fucking panicking, dude. He's fucking freaking out. It's whatever. But those particular set of guys were good. That day, I think I had a little competition against Wes. Lost by fucking like half a pound. My mindset was all fucked up. I got there late. And instead of fishing like I fished spots where I knew there was fish. And when I rolled around to one of my spots, Wes was in my fucking spot. So, Wes, you know what you did. But you know, it was good fun. It gets me into that mindset that I need to train also. And even though I'm competing, or you know, one day if I ever compete for a serious amount of money, that I can't let that get in my way. And I'm learning these harder lessons now, so that when that time comes, doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, but I believe it'll happen significantly less. Or, you know, if that's the reason, I'm gonna be like, yo, that's exactly why I fucked that away, because I got in my own fucking head, couldn't get out, and the fish don't care where the fuck I'm at. They either want to be caught or they don't want to be caught. So I still got a lot to learn. I got a long road ahead of me, but definitely want to do this, you know, more often, get better, and just learn, man. It's just a lot to it, and it's been good for me. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. I'm gonna concentrate on this damn road before I end up running somebody the fuck over. And see you guys when you get on the lake. Super late start. But we're on the water. Let's try to see if we can catch some fish. Get this out of my bag. Let's go. No. Brightness. Let's turn that up a bit. All right. It's full of dubs. jig today. Trusty dusty drop shot. And where's my Texas rig? Very light Texas rig. Man, it's a super nice day out. Water's kind of calm. A little hazy, but otherwise pretty clear. Well, you probably can't see it, because water looks kind of got like a green tint to it. But this water is it's pretty clear. Oh, yeah. That's a good size, baby. All right. Fucking first hit on my own jig. First hit on my own jig. That's awesome. It's pretty cool, man. Very first prototype, man. Nothing better than catching a fish on your own shit. Oh, man. And on a jig. I didn't have much luck with jigs at all. Not much luck with jigs at all, man. Didn't really give them the time of day. Got some pointers. With these particular jigs, there's 5/16 ounce jigs out there, man, but you know, your common is 3/8, quarter ounce, and 3/4 ounce jig, stuff like that. One of the things I learned about going light is that you snag up a lot less when you have a lot of lighter weight. There's a lot of rocks here. Love rocks. So I was like, oh, let me get a 5/16 because I love to throw my Texas rig in a 5/16 for I guess a finesse jig. And just wait for the fall. And then this one I kind of spidered out. I like the way that looks. I don't know if you can see that. I like the way that looks. But I'm super happy right now. There we go. Right, bud? Yeah, he does. Be careful, I got a 6 pound on here. Oh, Jesus Christ. This might mean something. Not even that big. It's a good size though. Oh, if I can get him in here. Oh. Fuck that away. Oh, he's a good chunk, man. It's about 2 pounds. Psych. It's probably about 1.5 pounds. And he destroyed my fucking worm. Where is the hook, Mr. Fish? This came right out. 1-2, drop shot. What's good, everybody? Sorry about the sunlight. I probably look super dark. Today's been a good day. My GoPro overheated, so I didn't get a lot of the catches on there. But it's been a damn productive day. One of the things I wanted to go over was the Texas rig. It's been doing me good in tournaments, and then there's a couple of different ways that I fish it, right? So the one I got right now is basically, well, what is a Texas rig? It's really a rigging, but for me, I'm talking about a weighted Texas rig. So this one, I got a slip sinker. I don't know if you can see that. And I have a worm Texas rigged on a 1/0 hook right now. And for this particular setup, I have a handful of setups for the Texas rig. I got this one on a Kistler Curios. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, this is one of their new budget line rods, and honestly in the tournaments this has been doing the bulk of the work for me. So I'm gonna try to get a camera angle to show you how I fish this particular one. This one is not pegged. I'm gonna show you when that's pegged, and later on the breakdown I'll explain to you when I would use either or if I had to choose one, which one I would pick. Cool business. But there's a handful of rocks there. So how I would like to fish this right here is, for me right now, I kind of know where the fish are at. But I'm gonna cast it out just short of the bank there, and I'm gonna wait for it to hit the bottom. I'm gonna know how it hits the bottom is, you guys probably can't see my line, but I use high vis braid to fluorocarbon leader, and once it basically stops, or I feel the weight hit, I think I just felt the weight hit, either that or fish hit it on the fly, which happens a lot with this one. Wait till it hits the bottom, kind of check it, make sure it's there. If not, I'll feather out the spool. And a lot of the advanced anglers are gonna be like, hey, why aren't you using the spinning rod? I'm getting ready to tell you why here in a second. Okay, so I'm on the bottom, and with this one I primarily like to kind of drag and swim it. So I'm looking for rocks, and like I said, you guys probably can't see this, but I'll do the best that I can. I'm looking for rocks, or stumps, or anything that I can kind of run it into, and I'm gonna try to drag it over there, almost like kind of like nails on a chalkboard type stuff, and kind of wait for it to pop. Pull, drag. See, there's a good set of rocks right there, and I'm just kind of hopping it along. But I'll take my time. This is kind of a low, slow burn way that I'm using it right now. Not my favorite way to fish it, but it's super effective. You'd be surprised how many bites you miss. Just banging around heavy stuff, you know. A lot of time you'll get, more fish that way, but significantly less bites, or maybe that's just the way I'm doing it, I'm not sure. But all right, there we go, we're on the ground again, letting the water kind of bounce it around a little bit. And oh, I got a fish on. Oh, he let it go. Oh, come back for it. Yes, come back for it. There he is. Boom. This has been a hell of a day. I didn't even think I was gonna get it on camera. He's probably a little guy.
This is not how you reel in. But he's fighting like he's pissed. Oof, he hit that hard. Oh, he's going. Golly. Oh, don't come off. Okay. Oh, he tried to shake it. Ooh, shouldn't have flipped that one. I got 6 pound test on. But anyways, it's one of the reasons. Boom. Terrible camera angle. But this is definitely one of the reasons why I use one not pegged, and we'll get into a little bit of that later. Man, that's a good fish. All right, that was a good time. I think that's number 9 for me today. I'm not sure. Ooh, sorry, I got my back brace on. That's what all that bulge is. My back is all jacked up. Give him the Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm just kidding. It's not funny. But yeah, good fish. Good size, pretty little spot. Alright, so that's one way to fish it, okay? Other way to fish it, let me get in my rod locker real quick. I'll be right back. So this is the other way. So this one's kind of like my beefy setup, and this is the way that I love to fish the Texas rig. Right now I have a 1/4 ounce, but like my actual weight of choice realistically is a 5/16, and my theory behind that is, yeah, you're gonna get snagged up quite a bit, makes a lot of noise, a decent splash on the water, but it's like driving a damn freight train through their habitat. And sometimes you just basically let it drop, boom, feel it. You're gonna feel everything. This is 12-pound sunlight shooter, and this right here is a 4/0 vector hook with a Woo tungsten 1/4 ounce weight and a bobber stop at the top there, right? And this, one of my favorite worms, this is called Ozark Smoke by Yum. It's a 5-inch Senko. So I fished this one similar to the way that I fished the other one, but because of the weight and how I love rocks, I'm gonna actually pop it. So I'm gonna pop it up. If I can get it on top of a rock, I'm gonna drag it on a rock. Once I get snagged, I'm gonna pop it up just enough, and then I'm gonna go ahead and continue the retrieve back to the boat. Now let's see what happens. I don't think I'll get a catch on this, but we'll see. Go ahead and turn, you guys. Boom. Probably can't see crap, but you know what? You can hear me. You know what I'm talking about. Here we go. Alright, so I get that one out there, and I absolutely love this reel. This is a Ardent Apex Elite. It's a 7.3 to 1 gear ratio, 12+1 ball bearing. It's super smooth, casts country mile, and you can beat the hell out of it. It's a really good one. All right, so there, obviously, this is one reason why I love the 1/4 ounce and 5/16. I don't have fucking patience, so that shit's already on the bottom. I felt it. Let's do some work. And this one, so you see how I kind of kept my rod out of like a horizontal kind of thing. This one I'm keeping it at like a, I wouldn't say 12 o'clock, but more 2 o'clock position, and I'm dragging it up until I hit something, and then let it kind of do its thing, nice and easy. I'm trying to paint the bottom of this lake. And right now I'm not feeling anything, so I know I'm not on the bottom. Alright, I'm kind of past my point here, so I'm going to go ahead and bring these at these rocks real quick. Get that right up there nice and good. Let that bang down. Wait a little bit longer. I am impatient. Right now I'm sitting in about, I think it's 35 feet of water, so probably up there is, it's a little steep right here, so it's probably about 6 feet, 7 feet, something like that. And I'm just working it back to the deeper water, so shallow to the deeper water. And a lot of these purples out here, especially pine flat, spotted bass in general, man, these purple hues, these light grays, these natural, because the water's super clear. It's bluebird skies out. And I found one of the few shade pockets to run to, so the rocks are obviously gonna make it a little bit warmer, and then, you know, the shade or whatever's under there is gonna get a little bit of cover so they can kind of chill out, especially when the sun comes up like this. They don't got eyelids, so doesn't mean that they're not ever gonna be on the top or shallow or anything like that, but I've caught a lot of fish shallow today. But anyways, yep, that's how I'd fish this one. And this is by far my favorite way to fish the Texas rig. But my most effective way to fish the Texas rig is on the other one. And I'm not going to bore you guys with this. I'm going to come back. Boom. So, let's go to the other setup and why I like that in terms of effectiveness, as opposed to barreling through someone's house at 50 miles an hour. So, the reason why I like this one, got to turn you again. Boom. So, the reason why I like this one, or let's visit the previous question. So, you know, why don't you have it on a spinning rod? Now, normally, if I got to drag some stuff or I'm fishing from the back of the boat in the tournament, I'm going to use a spinning rod. It's easier to detect when it's on the bottom, and I feel like you have a little bit more control over lighter stuff. And I just, overall, I love spinning rods. If I had to, they say, hey, you can only have one rod type forever, I'd be pissed, and I'd ask them, like, what the hell their problem is, because that's ridiculous. But I would pick spinning rod. Just about everything you want to do in fishing, you could do on a spinning rod. Some things are annoying on a spinning rod, like a jerk bait or a crankbait, unless it's a super shallow crankbait or super small jerk bait. It's super fucking annoying in my opinion. So I would definitely use a bait caster anytime I can get away with it. Get this unwrapped. Anyways, so reason I'm using a bait caster, I'm not using just any bait caster, okay? I'm using this Kistler light, medium, heavy. And most people are gonna be like, yo, what the hell is a light, medium, heavy? So not a lot of rod companies make it. Kistler is one of the only ones that I had seen that made it. I was like, oh, let me try it out. And it's exactly for presentations like this. Smaller, dumbed down presentations of maybe heavier stuff. It's got a very, very, very light tip, but a super crazy backbone. So you can really go ahead and stick them, you know, with that. And it's sensitive enough to where you can feel everything. It's just the perfect compromise for something that might be a spinning technique that you would throw on a bait caster. And I pair this up. I got 15-pound braid, high-vis braid, because a lot of time the bites happen on the fall. You'll see your line jump around, but you won't feel a thing. Same thing on the bottom. You might not know you're on the bottom. And the reason why I like the non-pegged, and it was one of my boaters that kind of expressed this to me, because I used to peg everything. The cool thing about this is when it falls, this weight's going to separate, so it almost turns it into kind of like a free rig, but a small one, right? And then what happens is, you know, once you kind of get back to yourself, you're good. But when a fish knocks the shit out of that, the weight starts doing really funny stuff. So sometimes it might not feel like a bite, but you're like, yo, I'm not even doing nothing, ain't no current or nothing like that, what's going on? You know, check your line, check your tension, set the hook. This right here this is amazing, just a small type thing. But I'm gonna get back to fishing. I'll explain some more stuff at a later date and time, and then probably in another video. You guys have a good one.